Good day, YouTube world! Wait, that's Australian. Grüezi, I'm Hans and you're about to witness the BNT KH9. If history isn't your cup of tea, sip ahead with those YouTube timestamps. It's based on the Italian Società Italiana Tecnologie Speciali Sights Spectre M4. That was an Italian submachine gun originally produced by Sights factory in Turin, Italy, starting in 1984. The Italian production ceased in 1997, but the weapon was produced in a small number in Switzerland until 2001. You can still find those in excellent condition, for example here. The original manufacturing equipment for the KH9 had been destroyed, leading BNT to design a new firearm with similar mechanism but updated with modern technology. Initially, 222 KH9s were produced for the Swiss market, with an additional 444 delivered to the US. As of 2023, two more versions have been introduced. The KH9 SD, which features integrated suppression, and the KH9 Convert, a foldable model that allows you to fold the magazine well and pistol grip. Have you ever wondered what KH stands for in KH9? It's rather simple, it's short for Karl's Hobby. Karl Brugger being one of the founder of BNT. The KH9 pistol is a type of semi-automatic handgun that operates using a blowback mechanism with a closed bolt design, and it uses the caliber 9x19 Luger. There is no automatic bolt hold open, neither with the MP9 nor with the Sumi Mags, which means firing sounds like pew, pew. Simply grab the charging handle and pull the bolt to the remost position. Press the bolt catch inside. In order to close the bolt, pull back the charging handle until the bolt catch snaps out and allow the bolt to travel forward. The older version do not have the cutout on the charging handle. Now let's have a look at the trigger. It has a trigger that can work in two ways, in single action and in double action. It doesn't feel like what you're used to. The shots break without warning on this light but long travel trigger. When the firearm is loaded, it can be safely decocked, transferring the first trigger pull to a double action. Notice the green dot on the left-hand side serving as a visual indicator when the firearm is in the decocked state. The weapon includes a conversion kit to accept 50 round magazines of the Suomi Konepistoli KP31. Other features are flip-up sights on top. Let's have a look at them. This is the side picture when folded. And here when they are unfolded. But I use it with an Aimpoint Acro. Here's the side picture with the Acro. You can see the charging handle is not in the way. Accessory rails everywhere, a removable grip. And by the way, the grips are the same than on the 6550s, the Sturmgewehr 90 or FAS 90. A comfort grip that didn't meet my comfort standard. And an HK3 lock interface on the muzzle to accept suppressors. And with a sling. Meet the Suomi magazines, the 50-round cyclones that turned frosty battlefields into blazing battles. Yes, they are pretty cool. And speaking of cool, quad stack mags, they defy tradition. Instead of stacking bullets like books on a shelf, because I like to keep my KH9 with Suomi magazines, let's change that. First, the hand stop that came with the firearm must be removed, otherwise the two torque keys can't be accessed. First, we need to remove the pin from the left side to the right side with a pin and hammer. Ta-da! Unscrew both T20. The MP9 magazine guide can now be glided off with a little bit of effort. The Suomi adapter magazine glide needs to be placed at the same place. Use the same T20 Torx and screw it together. Now for the retainer. Don't forget the spring. The shorter pin comes here. Finally, I will do a brief function test. Wow, this firearm is a true work of art. Perfect. For the disassembly, let's make sure that the weapon is unloaded. We need to press the two takedown pins from the right side to the left side, and they can be removed completely. The lower receiver can be separated from the upper. Keep in mind that it's under pressure, so it will fall out. Grab the end cap, put it down and out of the upper receiver. Remove the strike mass. Remove the charging handle through the port at the rearmost position. Allow the bolt to slide out of the receiver. And that's it. And this is the full disassembly. Keep in mind, there is no classical hammer in this firearm. Think of it more like a firing block instead of a firing hammer.
As you can see, the firearm is from 2016.
Have a look at the details of the bolt. This is where the charging handle comes. The two springs. And the firing pin that is pushed by the block hammer. Now let's put it back together. So insert the bolt back to the receiver. Make sure the opening for the charging handle lines up with the port of the receiver. Plug the charging handle into the bolt and check if it runs smooth. Insert the striking mass with the green mark to the left side. Insert the main spring and the striker spring. Hook the end cap and push it upward in the back position. Install the lower receiver to the upper receiver and fix it with the two takedown pins. Check the function of the firearm. Before I forget, here is a size comparison between the KH9 and the ABC pistol caliber. And here with the Grasshopper Mouse 9. Shooting the KH9 is like having a blast at a cool party. The trigger gives me a wild feeling that's totally different from my other guns, making it perfect for some fun at the shooting range. Even if I don't use it a lot, I still take good care of it because it's one of a kind in my collection. It's the little B&T masterpiece in my collection. Like a crazy aunt who's always the life of the party, wearing her fanciest hat and telling the wildest stories. I also love the fancy details and the fact that it's the Frankenstein's monster of B&T. Picture this, a well-crafted B&T firearm with a touch of the classic SIG 550 grip and Suomi magazines. And you've got, in my opinion, a captivating Frankenstein's monster, but a serious one. It's not trying to win any best firearm award, and it definitely isn't meant for the serious business of law enforcement. Nope, This firearm is for folks like you and me. It's all about having a great time at the range. It's as if the gun world decided to throw a swanky soiree, and the KH-9 waltzed in wearing flip-flops and a monocle, demanding to be the guest of honor, and everyone's clapping along. It's true, the KH-9 is quite expensive, especially if you're not a big fan of BNT or the SIG 550 grip. But there is good news. If you meet someone who owns one, they're usually more than happy than let you try it out. At least that's how I decided to get my own a couple of years back. I appreciate you joining me on this journey. If you share an interest in rare BNT firearms, you might find my video on the BNT P26 interesting. Alternatively, allow me to recommend you this video for your enjoyment. Until we meet again, prioritize safety and good shots.